You talked in your opening remarks about an inclusive society. Could you discuss at some greater length your attitude towards homosexuals and the gay community? I remember that your predecessor described them in an interview as people like you and me. Is that how you feel? Would you like to see a gay cabinet minister at some stage? Or is that perhaps a step too far? The reason for asking is that sometimes your administration manages to give every impression of being somewhat homophobic.
No, I don't think we are homophobic. I agree with Mr. Goh Chok Tong that homosexuals are people like you and me. But there are some segment of Singaporeans who vehemently disagree with that. And we have to be aware of that. And our job as a government is to create an environment and manage an environment in which there's maximum space for each person, each view, for each person to live his own life without impinging on other people. It's a very difficult thing to do. I mean, if you say you are gay, you must not be gay, that's very few societies do that. I mean, there are still some, but very few do. On the other hand, if you say, I'm gay, therefore I'm entitled to get married, well, that's a very contentious subject. Or even I'm entitled to have a parade and flaunt my gayness. Gay pride. Well, you can do that in Sydney, in London, in San Francisco. But I'm not sure that I want to do that in Singapore. Because I think it will be offensive to a large number of Singaporeans, and it will be very divisive. And I think from the government's point of view, therefore, it is not a wise thing to do. So when it comes to the nation's party and things like that, those are the considerations which we have to bear in mind. How do we provide the maximum space without causing it, without it becoming intrusive and oppressive on the rest of the population, and without causing a backlash which will lead to polarization and animosity? That's our responsibility and challenge. It's very hard to do. You cannot find, there's no easy balancing point. You hold it there and that's just about right. Because on one side, the gays will want to push, at least the gay activists will want to push, and say, let's go further. I'm entitled. On the other side, there will be groups who say, no, this is wrong, it's a sin, not just a crime, but a sin, stop it. So, therefore, it's a dynamic balance and one which we will have to manage very delicately.